long history of this rivalry, Kirk, but you're with the man that has an absolutely unique perspective. Army coach Jeff Monken is familiar with both sides on this rivalry.
Yeah, you're right about that, Chris. And before we get into that, I'd love to just ask you, you and Ken spent some time, obviously, in Hawaii. He was a player. You were at GA. Then you GA'd together. 6 years at Navy. What was that like?
That was fantastic. And just a tremendous opportunity at both places for me to work for some great head coaches. And Kenny's a dear friend of mine. We spent a lot of time together in the staff room and on the sidelines and in practice. And he's a remarkable football coach and a great friend.
You're the only coach to ever be an assistant on one side, you're 6 years at Navy, to become a head coach on the other. In the history of this game, what's the difference between Army and Navy?
I'm glad to be on the right side of the rivalry. That 6 years at Navy, the only blemish on my resume.
When you got this job, you made it very clear that you wanted to make this game unique. You wanted to embrace the heat and the emotion of it by putting Beat Navy signs all over your facility. Why do you want to do that?
It's an important game. There's not a bigger game in college football than this game. It's a great rivalry. It means so much to both institutions, certainly to the players on our team and the students at our school, and all the men and women that serve all over the world.
For people that aren't familiar with it, what makes it unique? You've been around the game of college football. You've been around other rivalries. What makes this game so unique?
These institutions are more closely related and more similar than any two other colleges in the country. And I think what these two schools mean to this country and what this game means to this country, the future leaders that everybody around America and everybody around the world is going to be able to watch today, is really incredible.
Talk about the culture change and what you're trying to do at West Point and trying to get this program, let's be honest, kind of where Navy is. That's what you're trying to mirror their success. How is that going, and talk about that transition?
I haven't had the experience with Paul Johnson, who was the head coach at Navy for 6 years. Kenny and I both were assistants under Paul. We moved to Navy in 2002. It's eerily similar. Had not had sustained success in a long time. Had not had the Commander-in-Chief's trophy in 22 years. And then after struggling our first year, went to 5 straight bowl games and won the Commander-in-Chief's trophy each of those years. So it's very similar, and we're going to change it, and it takes time. Those things don't happen overnight, but it's just what a wonderful place to coach. Great bunch of young men, and when the U.S. Army goes out to fight, the American people expect the Army to win, and when the American people watch the United States Army's representative, which is Army football, go out and play, we ought to win too, and we're going to.
Last question. This game is different. Who are you playing for today?
We're playing for all those men and women who are laying out in a foxhole somewhere, in a cave, eating dirt, on the front lines, putting their lives on the line so all of us can enjoy this day. That's who we're fighting for, and that's who we're playing for today.
Well, good luck to you today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for everything, bud.
Beat Navy.
There you go. Chris?